Welcome to this episode of Horrific History and Hauntings. I'm Beth.
And I'm Raby. We're your hosts, here to talk about the stories that the history books ignore.
From horrific epidemics and ghostly hauntings to the catastrophes and tragic events that have sickened humanity.
What are we talking about today?
Chupacabra.
Ah!
I like the word.
Awesome.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, I think it means goat eater.
Yeah, it does. I'll go into that more in a minute. I'm only going to mention one of this day in history, January 1st, 2024, because
If you haven't caught on yet, we record 2 episodes at a time sometime.
Yeah, and so this one I'm not going to go into because I feel like most people probably know. Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation on this date.
Well, that's good.
Well, not 2024. I failed to write down the year, but...
wow, but it's good that he signed it.
Yeah. So not a very horrific one anyway, so I'm not going to go too deep into it.
And then they had decades of Jim Crow to worry about. Apologies. It done something, but it didn't fix everything.
Yeah.
Oh, well. About the Chupacabra.
The Chupacabra is a legendary creature that is said to inhabit parts of the Americas. It's often described as a fearsome predator that preys on livestock, particularly goats, by sucking their blood.
It's a goat vampire.
Yep. The term Chupacabra originates from the Spanish words chuper, which means to suck, and cabra, which means goat.
I was wrong about the translation, but I prefer my version more.
Well, no, it translates to goat sucker.
Yeah, I like goat eater.
Oh.
I had a goat named Toby. It tried to kill me. Tried its best to kill me. Had a rope wrapped around my neck and was pulling as hard as it could.
Good goat. Witnesses have described the Chupacabra as being no bigger than an average-sized dog, though I did find one source that said some are as big as a bear. Most of them said average size was a dog.
Bring it in and feed it.
Some say they have lizard-like skin, while others say they have fur. There's also ones that mention spines or quills running down its back.
You take out the spines and quills and you assume you got a mangy animal.
Yeah.
Poor things. I hate to see an animal with mange.
Or the spines or quills could actually be what's left of the fur.
Patchy fur.
A little bit of fur. Yeah.
Oh, the poor things.
Yeah. Some witnesses said that they had a strong sulfur-like odor.
Now, my grandpa, when something was sick, he would think sulfur was the cure. Mama tells stories about him making her take a spoon or a finger covered in sulfur and tapping it on your tongue.
Sulfur.
Yeah. Just feeding her sulfur as a kid.
Oh. They're also said to have glowing red eyes.
No, sulfur don't do that. I guess you could be a demon. That's the whole point, I guess. They smell of sulfur and have red eyes. They're demons. The people think they're demons.
Maybe. And sharp fangs.
Yeah, but I never heard of a vampire smell like sulfur.
I've never been around vampires, so.
I've read a lot of books, Beth.
Oh, well, maybe they should just get some cologne.
I don't know how sulfur and cologne would smell together.
I don't know.
Mama's got his old bottle around here. I guess we could try it.
And just spray some perfume on.
And dab some sulfur.
Some say that chupacabras stand up on 2 legs and hop like a kangaroo. Others describe it as having an ape-like quality. And then there's some that say it walks on all 4s. No specimens were discovered for the 2-legged creature, and skeptics suggest that witnesses were influenced by the movie Species, which came out in 1995.
Oh, yeah, I didn't care for that movie.
I didn't watch it, but apparently it features a monster that's similar in that appearance of the 2-legged one.
Yeah, it does.
There was actual specimens for the smaller 4-legged creatures that walk on all 4s, and they were hairless.
Is it weird crossbreeding issues?
Yes, they were identified as coyotes, dogs, and canine hybrids.
Cool.
The animal's unusual appearance was caused by mange-related hair loss, which was caused by a type of mite called, I know I'm going to mispronounce this, Ceracoptus scabies.
Scabies.
Didn't I say that?
Oh, no, I'm just saying I never knew that was...
Oh, yeah, it's a type of scabies. That's what causes scabies, I mean.
Yeah.
It was suggested that the canines targeted livestock due to their weakened state, making it harder to hunt wild prey.
You're starving, you're going to eat what's close.
The first significant wave of sightings came from farmers in Puerto Rico during the late 1980s and 1990s. According to reports, the farmers claimed to have seen a strange unknown creature that attacked their livestock, mostly their goats, and that it drained them of their blood.
Maybe they didn't have the strength to do anything else once they got them. That don't make sense. If you can't rip the meat, how would it have killed it in the first place?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Since then, the legend of the Chupacabra has spread to other parts of Latin America as well as the southwestern United States. Some have reported finding animals with incisions resembling those made by a knife, but there are logical explanations for those occurrences.
Yes, cold activity in the area.
Well, okay, that I didn't put that one down, but sure. The one I put down was illnesses and infections can harm what seems to be like a perfectly healthy animal, and certain insects feed on the blood of dead animals. For example, there's certain types of beetles and blowflies.
It's like the scarabs from the mummy.
Mhm.
It just sounds like an army of beetles descended on these poor animals.
Additionally, the decomposition process involves the expansion of gases within the animals' bodies, and this causes them to split open with a precision that's similar to that of a surgical procedure.
Yeah, that's how we get the inside-out cows and alien
Yeah.
stories in America.
Mhm.
Or maybe other parts of the world, but I always hear about it in the Midwest kind of area.
Yeah. The Chupacabra's supposed alien-like appearance has fueled speculation about its origins. Some of these theories are extraterrestrial pets.
That's adorable.
Yes.
I would have never guessed.
Escaped genetic experiments.
That was inevitable too.
Yeah. Oversized vampire bats, and apparently a military veteran, is the one that said this, causing this theory.
I like to think he's just having fun.
Yeah. And then there's some that think they're just mysterious creatures that have avoided being detected or caught.
Reasonable assumption.
Mm-hmm. I think they are canine hybrids with mange.
That's what I think. Well, that was easy.
Yeah. That's what I think. I know I have a horrific history in hauntings podcast, and I'm not supposed to be skeptical about that, but I think that's what that is. A woman in Texas claimed to find dead chupacabras that resembled dogs. DNA analysis uncovered that they belong to the canid family, which include dogs, wolves, foxes, jackals, coyotes.
Canine-like creatures.
They can interbreed and create hybrids.
Huh. You never heard about a human-dolphin hybrid?
No. In 1995, Madeline Tolentino?
I won't be able to help any of these.
In 1995, Madeline Tolentino and her mother claimed to have seen a chupacabra in Puerto Rico. In Texas, there were reports of many farm animals being killed, and whatever it was did not eat the prey like they normally would, which, when it comes to my belief that it is types of dogs or canines, maybe even hybrids with mange, that doesn't make sense as to why they wouldn't drag off the bodies or eat them.
They're sick enough they can't.
Okay. Yeah.
But still, they can't drag off the bodies, but they could do some damage.
Yeah. In 2007, a woman named Phyllis saw a strange creature on her ranch. At this time, something was killing her chickens and leaving the bodies, and there was no blood in their corpses.
Huh.
And her brother told her that it sounded like a chupacabra. And all of these people describe them as the dog-like creature with no hair. This one, obviously, it's going to be shorter because all the stories or witnesses that I found describe the same thing, and most of them were proven to be
sick animals.
Sick canines.
Yeah.
Not going to be a very long one, but that's okay.
Not no exciting Mothman story.
No. Other interesting things to note, the Ceracoptes scabies causes an itchy rash because it's scabies in humans. The mite burrows under the skin, lays eggs, and produces waste.
Yeah.
Yes.
Disgusting.
This triggers an immune response. In humans, scabies is a minor annoyance, but mange can be life-threatening for canines like coyotes.
Yeah.
They lack effective reactions to the infection, making it severe.
It's like a wasting disease for them.
Yeah.
It's like our version of tuberculosis, but it's on the outside.
Yeah.
Slowly works at their bodies and makes them weaker and weaker.
And also, that's another thing. If these are wild dogs or stray dogs, they're not going to have the proper care that a regular dog would have. If a decent pet owner has a dog with mange, they're more hopefully going to try to take care of that problem. And therefore, it's not going to look as bad as a coyote with mange that doesn't have a human to give it proper treatments.
Mange is treatable. Take your animal to a vet, and it's not a particularly, if you get it early enough, it ain't particularly difficult to get rid of. It can be a time-consuming thing later on, but Usually by that point, you know what's going on. You can get them to a vet pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's just unpleasant for the poor animal. And if you got your animal,
It's
because
kind of unpleasant for the human too.
Yeah, if you care about the animal, or if you just got them to look at, bad person.
Or touch.
Yeah.
If you want to pet it.
Take your animal to a vet unless you like a walking piece of beef jerky.
Research suggests that mites passed from humans to domestic dogs and then to wild coyotes and foxes and wolves.
Oh, no.
So we did it.
Yep. That's our own fault.
All our fault. Hurting the poor puppers. Humans and primates evolved with the mite, which kept scabies in check, but the other animals did not.
That's the price of being man's best friend.
The mite has evolved not to kill the humans, but to optimize its attack. In non-human animals like coyotes, severe reactions include hair loss, blood vessel constriction, fatigue, and exhaustion.
I'd say it's very itchy.
Yeah. And as I said, this was a short episode, but I would have just been repeating the same story with different names if
it's a chupacabra. Not particularly the most exciting.
Yeah. My least favorite.
So far.
It really is.
Sad animal stories.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least we got it out of the way.
Yeah. It seemed like a good time to do it. And that's what happened to pop up when I spun my little wheel. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get it out of the way.
Oh, I forgot about the wheel. I was wondering where you're getting these ideas.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm
That's more reason for you guys to go into the link tree in the description, find the email in that list, and email her some ideas.
Yeah. I've got quite a few ideas already, but I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of them.
I was counting my tabletop role-playing games we do for Brother Knows Quest, our other podcast. It'll be in that link tree as well. And I've only got 55 more games to cover on my shelf.
Oh, no.
That's only 55 weeks worth of content. I've also got panicked when I seen that and ordered a few more. 4 more games.
Oh, okay.
Now we got Chupacabra out of the way.
Yeah, I'm glad that one's out of the way because, as I said, I don't think it's anything mysterious.
This one's been debunked thanks to the specimens and things. It's even I knew what it kind of was. I had the name translated wrong, but mine sounds less icky. I guess that's it. Thanks for telling me about something I kind of knew about.
Yeah, there wasn't much that I'm sure everybody hasn't already heard that I could find for this.
Yeah.
I didn't know that scabies was
I didn't know that either.
From the mites that caused mange. So, and that it was they're burrowing into skin and laying eggs and pretty much shitting inside of your skin.
I knew that's what mange was. I didn't know about the scabies thing.
Yeah, I didn't know it was in humans.
Yeah.
And that it was scabies. I did learn something at least.
It is horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Sad and preventable to pets. So, again, take your pets to the vet if they have mange.
And if you see a coyote or a wild animal, take it to the vet too.
I don't advise that, actually. Call somebody.
No gloves or any protection at all. This wild animal won't hurt you.
I don't approve of this. Okay, well, I'll go back to the outro, I guess. Again, that link tree in the description. The first link will be our website. It'll have all our other podcasts. It'll be Leveling Duo, my friend Dakota's podcast, where we talk about our video games that we really enjoyed. We have Brother Knows Quest. It's the one where I talk to Beth here about tabletop role-playing games. A different one every week. And then, of course, we have this one. And if you want to follow them, you can get the follow option for whichever podcast you want from there. We're also starting to add subscription options. So if you want bonus content or something like that, there'll be that option, but we're still in the works making up the tier lists. But keep an eye out. That'll be there. We'll make announcements as it gets closer. The social links in that link tree, follow any of them you want. I mostly make Twitter tweets or X's about the network or whatever things we're doing. Or if I'm going live on YouTube or something like that, I stream on YouTube. There's also an option to listen to these podcasts on YouTube if you prefer that. And please reach out to any of those networks or to that email I mentioned for her. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts if you can. That'd be nice. We don't think we have any reviews. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we don't. I tend to get stuff.
On Good Pods, some dude, one of our episodes, he gave a 5-star.
Oh, well, find that and read it and congratulate him because we need to start doing that. I didn't know. I hadn't seen that one. We each monitor different apps where there's so many.
I'll have to look for it.
Yeah. I try to keep an eye on Apple Podcasts, but I didn't see any reviews. So yeah, leave a review and we'll read them. Even the bad ones, I guess. It's a learning experience.
If it's respectful.
If it's a fair one.
If it's respectful.
Yeah, don't cuss us out. Just tell us what we done wrong. We understand.
It said that you have to say that, but
people are going to go there now just to leave terrible reviews to cuss us out. Anyway, keep an eye on our socials. And thank you for listening. I have been Rami,
And I'm Beth.
and this has been HHNH. Bye-bye.